All right. Um, Looks like we got some action. So finally got XRP showing action crossing one of our zones, our lines, which was 115. It tapped the 115 invalidation line. And the question is, are we going to get a body candlestick close below the 115 invalidation line, or are we going to bounce from here and maybe go back up to maybe 140? But the range was between 115 and 150. And we were like, if we get a body candlestick close above 150, we could be bullish. But if we continue to drop and get a body candlestick close below 115, that could be our confirmation for bearishness. So the fact that we got to close below 115 shows that we could be going lower for where the reset zone is, the correction zone is. And the lower we go and the longer we take to go up higher, the more likely we are to just go ahead and follow through with this zone, with this reset and correction area between 40 cents and 25 cents. And you guys already know the lower we go, the more we need a dollar cost average into these assets. So uh it's showing its hand, man. So honestly, I have got into our group is in a sell trade. We are in a sell trade right now. So the sell trade is active. So as soon as we tapped 115, I went ahead and placed the sell trade. My sell trade is actually active at 114. At 114. So with us trading at 116, 117, I am probably like 20 pips in the drawdown. Um, but I'll take that chance. I'd rather take that chance with us tapping down here. I'd rather take that chance. Some people might think that that we might tap, or let me see this. Some people think that we might tap and go back. Let me make this white. Let me make hold on. We might tap and go back up right here. But even if we did that, I don't see us having enough strength to, well, we could. And I'm not, like I said, guys, nothing is guaranteed or financial advice, but just the longer it would take, you know. But it's possible that we could because this is a new month. This is a new week and a new month. So it is possible. And this is a good range of support right here for us to drop down and do that. I mean, to bottom out and do that. Um, it is possible, but look how strong this candlestick is for the week. You see that? Let me take all this off. You see this red candlestick? This is the weekly candlestick. Look how strong this is. We would have to get a wick. We would have to see a wick form like this on the weekly candlestick for us to believe and be convinced and have confirmation that we are having a change of character and that we are redirecting back up. Right now, this is not a change of character. This is a continuation down. You know what I mean? So that's how we have to go. And even with wicks, even with seeing wicks, you see how we saw a wick here, and then the next week or week after it was a green candlestick. I bet you a lot of buyers probably got in right here thinking that because of the wick and because of the inside bar candlestick and because of the last week was a green weekly candlestick, I bet you people probably got in on this fourth week right here expecting the market to break out from 260 to break out because we had the wick inside bar candlestick, green candlestick followed up behind it, and a bunch of people probably expecting us to break out from here. But look what happened. We continued to trail down, getting liquidated, getting stopped out after stop after stop, and then had a inside bar candlestick again. Still haven't crossed below, still haven't invalidated below the wick, followed by a green bar candlestick. Bunch of people probably bought in right here, went up a little bit. People probably got extra hyped. Those who didn't move their stop loss to break even got wrecked again with getting wicked out, and it continued a continuation down, right? continuation down. So that can be the question here. People probably bought in here, which was me included. Bar went up past 150. I moved my stop loss. We faked this out, hit break even. And now look what we're doing. We're continuing down. So if we are continuing down, then we should invalidate and break below 112 where this wick is. The bottom of this wick is at 112. People who don't see the market the way I see the market, people who don't see this correction and this reset happening the way I see it happen, probably would say that it's not going to happen, right? We probably will say that we're not going to continue down. But not only am I saying that, but we're just looking at the charts and what is the chart showing? You know what I mean? It's not showing, it's not following through with these change of directions, it's not following through with the steps that we are talking about as far as confirmations. And the market is really smart. It's really smart, really tricky like that to where it will take you all the way to the last moment and then fake you out, you know? So that's why it's important just to dollar cost average, sit on your hands and things like that. And let me see. Boom. So yeah, we're in an active sell trade. It's gonna take some time. Um, but we could still get that push, man. And I'm gonna continue to say that because we haven't. So this another thing about these positions that you guys see me locked in on here. I have a buy position locked in. I have a short position locked in, and then I have this last buy position locked in. The time frames that they are important too. I even structured these to be at a specific time frame, which means this buy locked in is valid until July 20th, until Monday, July 20th. So we are almost in the middle. The middle of this locked in buy position will be June 8th. So the end of this week or the start of next week will be considered. So next week will be considered the middle of this locked in position. Um, and we could still reverse and we could still cross above $2. And that could still be that buy fake out to where we cross above $2 and we fake out and we continue down. If we continue down on that end, that means we probably won't bottom until January. We won't bottom until January. So let me say that again. If this market goes up to $2 before we hit the reset, before we hit the correction zone, and it goes up to $2 before my buy position is invalidated, then that means we probably won't hit the bottom until January of 2027. Okay. But if we continue to come down like we are doing, like the market is showing, if we continue to come down, then that means we can bottom by November. So all of this that you guys see on my chart is legit, bro. Like this stuff is legit. Like, and I make it simple, right? I make it simple. So some people post these markups on and just put them on TradingView and just leave it at that. That's what I used to do for the beginning of the year. I was just posting markups and just putting them on TradingView. But now I'm actually making videos for you guys to see. And you see everything is for a reason, bro. Like these positions that I have are marked up for a reason. Time frames are for a reason. The lines that I have drawn and meeting down here, I purposely had it connect down here in November and connect down here in January because this is where I think it could. These are the time frames I think it could hit. You know what I mean, and things like that. So that's where we're at now. If we do go up to the top, we can consolidate here at the top all the way until December, and that's why I say boom, we'll bottom out by November. But even with consolidate, even within this time, we should be in green. So things like that. So we'll see, man. But that's it for this video. Wish you guys nothing but much love, much success, much abundance, much peace, much prosperity, much joy, all that, man. See you guys on the next one.